So you want to use Crispy? Okay, go to the GitHub repository. The link is in the description below. Then you can head to the wiki here on the repository page, and you can then click on the Getting Started page. It basically describes the instructions for installation. Crispy is a Python package, but you don't have to know Python to actually use Crispy, but your system should have Python installed, and it depends on your operating system. If you, like me, is on a Mac, probably it comes pre-installed with Python. On a Windows machine, you have to, install Python separately. The instructions are here, so you can read it. There is something called UV. If you have not heard of UV, you can ignore it completely. Otherwise, using UV is preferred because it will be much faster. Also, it is advisable to create a virtual environment to isolate your environment. But again, if you don't really understand what I'm talking about, you can just ignore this as well. So once you have your command prompt like this, make sure that you have Python accessible. So you can just check Python version. See, I have Python 3.12 installed. You should at least have 3.11 installed to use Crispy. Okay, the only important command that you need to know to install Crispy is this one. So you can read about the rest here, but I have just copied this and I am pasting it over here on my command prompt and just execute it. I already had this installed, so that is why it was very fast, but it could take few minutes to install on your system, depending on the speed of your connection. Once that is done, then we have to get the data into Crispy. So if you recollect, Crispy is for combining textual and quantitative data, numeric data. So you have both textual and quantitative data. So textual data can be your interview transcripts, narratives, or any form of text, right? So create a folder. I have a folder called Crispy source. Sorry, called crisp source. And I have all the data collected in that single folder. So if you see, these are all the documents that I have, basically textual data. And if you see, there is one CSV file which has the numeric data in it. So the second step is to create this folder or directory with all your textual data files and one CSV file that has your numeric data. The next step is to import the data files into the CRISP format. So for that, go back to the root folder where you have the CRISP source folder where you have collected all the text files and one CSV file with your numeric data. Then you can just use this command to basically import the data into the CRISP format. The source is the folder where you have the files that you have collected, and the out folder is where the CRISP will store the data in its format, and it will be automatically created in the same folder. So let us try this. It could take few minutes. It could take longer if you have a larger data set. So once you have done the import, you can see that you have a new CRISP input folder that we have created now, and you can see that it has two files. One, the JSON file has all the data that you have that imported from your text files in there. From now on, CRISP will be actually using this folder as its input folder, and then you can use the various features of CRISP on this input folder, and it usually saves the data, any analysis that it performs, back to the corpus JSON file. So if you give an output folder as the same folder like this, your interim analysis results will be saved in the same folder in the same file. But in case if you want to keep your interim analysis separate, you can mention a different folder with your out flag. So just to show you, how topics are assigned to the text document, let me just run this command. Here you can see that I am providing the same input folder as the output folder also, so that the topics will be written to the same corpus file. So, so it downloads a model the first time you are running this command, and some of these commands could take longer depending on your data, the size of your data set. This wiki provides all the information that you need to perform all the analysis, both on your text-based data as well as your numeric data. Go through the wiki, perform all the most of all the analysis that are relevant to your data set. Remember that most of these commands need that input as the folder that we imported the data to. The documentation is work in progress. Any feedback will be great. Use the issues tab here for any of your feedback. Thank you, and I hope you will enjoy and you will find Christie useful for your research project. Thank you.